come all this way to die, Elf? That isn't what I signed up for.
I'll be alright. I've had worse.
Winterborn marauders coming from. Anyone see where the chief and his warriors went? Anyone?
All I see is Death and Iceheart's Dan Winterborn. A whole lot of Winterborn.
Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterborn came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Bazrog and his warriors arrived. Our caravan was heading for Orsinium, the new orc city, when the Winterborn landed on the wagons like flesh flies on skeever pie. The orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills. In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding. Besides, before we could rally our forces, Chief Bazrog and his orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders. I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Bazrog is big and mean and looks like he can fight, but there were an awful lot of marauders. Iceheart's Winterborn won't stop until Bazrog and all the orc peasants are dead. You better hurry. I will, eventually. Maybe. I mean, look around. These people are injured. What happens if the Winterborn come back? Someone has to protect them, keep them from being picked off one by one. Anyway, I'll keep them safe while you help Chief Bazrog. This caravan brought me. I thought we already covered that. Oh, you mean specifically? The invitation. You got one too, didn't you? It talked about testing yourself against the most savage land in Tamriel. That was a challenge I couldn't pass up. He's a chief, in charge of an orc clan or something. If you ask me, he's got more than a chip on his shoulder. It's a whole damn mountain. I don't think he's a big supporter of King Korog, but he saved us before he went to help the peasants. No, we were the caravan guards. Bazrog said he was on patrol, looking for Winterborn marauders. Some scary Reach warlord named Iceheart leads them. Even Bazrog seemed a bit nervous just talking about him. Now go help the chief before it's too late.
Keep your heads down and don't move! Chief Bazrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can!
We found them! Leave no orc alive!
Somebody help us! Please! There's more of them! Watch out! Thanks for the help. We'll head back to the caravan now. It's stupid to come out here on our own anyway. There are still some of us hiding in the cave near the waterfall. You have to help them too.
Poor bastards never had a chance. I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here, I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart. He froze them solid. The bastards got magic, the likes of which I've never seen. Yes, I'm with Bosrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterborn attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasants. You're Fawn Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterborn warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous. I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those supplies. Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Chief Bosrog went to track down the marauders and find the supplies. If he fails, I don't know what we're going to do. Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to. If you happen to pick up their trail, find Chief Bosrog. Leave no stone unturned. Anything you uncover could prove useful.
Where did you take our supplies? Kill me every second until you tell me what I want to know. This is the last of the supplies. Don't even think it! These supplies belong to the Winterborn now!
The clan peasants. Are they on their way to Orsinium?
The soldiers escorted them and the wounded outsiders. They should be safe enough.
Safe enough isn't good enough. Go after them. You're the outsider who leaped into the bear's den to fight the Winterborn? Shan, the Wood Elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. Ah, yes. The King's invitation. And what a royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. As much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me wrong. I'm the chief of the Farron clan, one of the oldest and strongest clans in all of Hrothgar. Kurog makes it sound like tradition is a bad thing, but by Malakath's broken tooth, tradition is the lifeblood of our culture. It's who we are. You're a long way from home, and sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. That's a good way to get it cut off, at least in my stronghold. Still, Malakath would call me a fool if I turned down help when it was freely offered. Unfortunately, not even orcs are immune to greed. War provides too many opportunities for those willing to trade in lives and suffering. Gold. It turns brother against brother. We were better off when we bartered for everything we needed. Look for anything that would link this traitor to the note you found. Someone with a lot of gold to spend would be a good start. Then there are the Khajiit traders that were mentioned. How many of the cat people could there be in Orsinium?
Why does the land spin so fast? This land. It promised hope and opportunity, but it hides a basket full of biting snakes. Do not mind me. I must have hit my head. Now I need to find my partners. If only the land would remain beneath my feet and the sky stay above my head. It was a nightmare. We were on our way to Orsinium, ready to start a new business, when we were set upon by Winterborn from the Reach. I whipped our beasts for all they were worth, but in their fear, they ran off the road and our cart overturned. It is a mystery and a mystery. My partners, my friends, they are gone. I fear they went over the cliff, along with most of the books we brought from Daggerfall. Please find them. I would aid you, but my head spins like a broken top. Please hurry and find my friends. I fear that none of us will survive long on our own in this forsaken wilderness. Our partnership formed back in Daggerfall, where Jalare, Travofia, and I established a successful book-selling business. When the opportunity presented itself, we decided to make the move to Orsinium. If only I knew what awaited us here. Jalare is perhaps the most cunning of us when it comes to business. She has a way with figures and calculations that makes even the most miserly coin counter jealous. And more, Jalare is my life and my love. We plan to marry in the spring. Travofia has paper and ink flowing through her blood. Her father and her father's father sold tomes and manuscripts. and she was educated working in their shop back in Sentinel. She and Jalare are like sisters, and I trust her completely. Oh yes, rare books, popular books, even a few ancient scrolls when we have them. And with connections throughout the Daggerfall Covenant, special orders pose no problem. With our Orsinium merchant's permit, we plan to open a shop in the city. Who knew orcs could be so bureaucratic? Nothing happens in the new city without the proper forms and licenses. After months of negotiation, we finally received the permit that allows us to open our shop in Orsinium. It's Jalare's dream come true.
Keep your head down and your voice low. We don't want to attract any attention. Across the water, harpies. Can't you see them? They came out of the sky, the feathered monsters. They snatched poor Jalare. I think they carried her up into those rocks. I'd go after them, but what can I do against so many harpies? Luck and clear roads. I thought Namadine died in the crash or was taken by those feathered monsters. Please, if you can cross the river, save Jalare and secure our documents. We'll be forever in your debt. Jalare carried the merchant's permit, which allows us to establish our bookshop in Orsinium. Without those documents, everything we worked so long and hard for will amount to nothing.
You return. Travofia and I started toward Orsinium, but we hoped you'd find us on the road. Were you successful? Have you changed our ill fate to good fortune? My heart plummets at the news you bring, and all the light departs from my sky. I will take the Orsinium permit of trade, though. I do not know if I can do this without my Jalare, but I won't let her dream die too. Thank you.
How am I supposed to...
I'll soon be heading.